Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Sunny start to the weekend, but we've got a severe weather threat that could impact some outdoor plans. Glad you're with us tonight at 11 on this Friday. The Woodward Dream Cruise, one of many big events happening across Detroit this week.
That's right. Kim Adams is tracking that severe weather threat. Kim, how's it looking the next 48 hours or so?
Well, it looks like we could see a few thunderstorms, some of which could reach severe limits. But tonight, we are fine. This is 11 o'clock here Friday night, just a couple of clouds out there. Tomorrow morning, for the start of the Dream Cruise, completely fine. In fact, I think a good part of the cruise will be dry. We've got some high, thin clouds that will start to push in. And then you'll notice as we go throughout the morning and the early afternoon, those clouds start to build, and we could see a few thunderstorms fire off anytime after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, some of which could reach severe limits. Then we get a little break, and then it's back to more thunderstorms for Sunday. We are in that marginal risk, but you know, that's the lowest risk assessment for severe weather. It goes to slight, enhanced, moderate, and high. So we're at the low end of it. But anytime the SPC issues and puts us in this severe weather risk area, we do need to pay some attention. It does look like the main risk of severe weather will be in the form of wind and hail, not expecting flooding or tornadoes. So if you're headed to the cruise tomorrow, again, starting out nice and dry with some sunshine, hot and humid, and a couple of afternoon thunderstorms can't be ruled out. More on the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, Kim, thank you. Woodward is packed tonight as Dream Cruise weekend kicks off.
The event always draws massive crowds. You might be surprised by who you might run into while you're checking things out. Mara McDonald's been cruising tonight. She's live in Birmingham. Interesting folks that you came across tonight, Mara.
A couple interesting ones, Devin, but take a look behind me. You can see that we still have the symphony of burning rubber and revving engines, even though the police are trying to clear the cruisers out of here. Apparently, nobody wants to go home. But if you're coming out here tomorrow, tip for you, keep your eyes open. Stay on Woodward long enough and you'll see it all, from the vintage to the new to the super and everything in between. The cruise is different things to different people, but at its heart is what the cruise started out as. When you look under the hood, it's more than just the moving parts.
Everything that my father is right there. You know, this is what he loved, and this is what I loved.
This 67 Pontiac GTO has been a passion project for Russ's family.
When you put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and then it's related to your family in that kind of way, it really puts more of a, it's like having a dog, it's part of the family.
Which is something another guy we ran into echoed.
When you find a guy who sanded and painted his car in his driveway, and it looks almost as good as the Pebble Beach car, you go, boy, that's a craftsman.
Leno's in town working on a segment for his new season of Jay Leno's Garage, but it's no secret he's been obsessed with cars since he was a kid. But you may be surprised to know that when he was 16, Leno was the lot boy at a Ford dealership in Massachusetts. His job, take the hubcaps off every night.
So one day I was carrying a bunch of, carrying all hubcaps, you know, and the used car manager comes around the corner and bangs into me, and they all fall. He goes, "You're fired." And I go, "Well, you banged into me. Okay, you're fired." So I was so ashamed I got fired. I didn't tell my parents, you know.
What he did do was go home and write to Henry Ford II asking for help.
And about 2 weeks went by, and Ben Rastusha was the guy who owned the deal. He calls me, he goes, "Look, I don't know who you know in Detroit, but if you want your job back." I said, "Oh." So I always thanked Henry Ford II for giving me my job back. Hank the Deuce, thanks, pal.
Back here live, I think that the moral of the story, well, actually there are two. Number one, it never hurts to write to the CEO. And number two, you never know who's cruising Woodward. We're live in Birmingham tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
And Detroit hasn't had too many bigger friends in mass media than Jay Leno over the years. Great to have him back in town. All right, Mara.
Great story. Well, after a hearing that lasted 2 days, an Oakland County judge today blocking county prosecutors from enforcing the state's 1931 ban on abortion. The judge's ruling means prosecutors will not be allowed to go after abortion providers in the state. However, the ruling does not strike down the state's 1931 law that criminalizes abortion.
You carry a lot of weight when you talk about things like this, because you know how significant it is for so many women, so many people in the state, and so we are relieved and grateful.
This hearing should never have happened. This is judicial malfeasance because the governor does not have the legal right to bring a lawsuit to challenge a duly enacted law.
The defendants in the case have 21 days to file an appeal.
The state tonight warning pet owners about an illness affecting young dogs.
The warning coming after dozens of dogs got sick up north, with 20 of them dying. Megan Woods joins us live with what pet owners need to know. Megan.
Yeah, Kimberly, Devin, those reports of sick dogs are coming from communities in Otsego County, including Gaylord, and now a Michigan State University lab is doing some tests to try and get to the bottom of it. But right now they're saying it looks a lot like parvo, a very contagious virus among dogs. On August 9th, Otsego County Animal Shelter made this post announcing over the last month, dogs have gotten sick to what appears to be parvo.
Parvo is an infectious disease, a virus of dogs that can have pretty high mortality, especially in younger dogs.
The symptoms are there. Most of the dogs were younger, and the dogs have passed away within 3 days, but their parvo test came back negative. Now, Dr. Dodd at MSU Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory is taking a closer look.
That we've received samples from a small number of dogs, and of those, several have tested positive for parvovirus.
It's unclear why they didn't come up positive originally, but Dr. Dodd says this is just the start of testing and hopes to have more data next week. And while it's miles away, it's a stark reminder for dog owners in Detroit.
Very conscientious about making sure that he's up to date in his vaccines, and our vet is very good about letting us know.
I always get them shots at least once a year to keep their vaccinations up.
State veterinarian Dr. Nora Wineland says that's not all dog owners can do.
Pay attention to if their dogs are not looking well, to get that checked out, and to keep their dogs away from areas where there may be sick dogs.
And those main symptoms to look out for is consistent vomiting and diarrhea, and sometimes bloody diarrhea. And if your dog shows signs of any of that, it's important to get to the vet as soon as possible, because that can better their chance of survival. And again, this is just the start of MSU and that lab looking at data, and they're hoping to get more information next week. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. Megan, we appreciate that report. Republican gubernatorial nominee Tudor Dixon chooses a former state rep as her running mate.
Dixon announcing today she has picked Shane Hernandez as her lieutenant governor choice. Hernandez served 2 terms in the Michigan House. Dixon made the announcement just about an hour before the state GOP deadline earlier this evening. Delegates will now vote whether to approve her pick at the GOP convention next weekend. Some political watchers are saying that might not be necessarily a foregone conclusion, so we'll watch next week. The general election is November 8th.
We have an update to an E. coli outbreak in Michigan we first told you about earlier this week. State health officials say more than half of the cases are linked to food items at Wendy's restaurants. No specific items have been identified, but the investigation is centered around sandwiches topped with romaine lettuce. So far, 43 cases in Michigan have been reported by people between 6 and 94 years of age. Symptoms of E. coli infection usually appear after 3 to 4 days, but may appear in as few as 1 day or as many as 10 days.
Repair work will continue this weekend on the broken water main, forcing more than 130,000 Metro Detroiters to boil their water. The busted pipe is now stabilized, and crews cut that section out today so that it can be removed, but delivery of the new section for the pipe set for Tuesday of next week. So crews still targeting September 3rd for the completion of the repairs. Today, the Great Lakes Water Authority distributed water in Imlay City.
A lot of people have actually been coming up and thanking us, and it's like, hey, we're just trying to make it easy for everybody else. You know, we're just trying to have everybody get their equal fair share of water, and everybody, make their lives a little bit easier during these tough times.
It has been tough. Donations are also coming in from neighboring cities just outside the boil water zone. Imlay City is going to hand out water tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon at the Eastern Michigan Fairgrounds.
16 people are without a home tonight after a fire rips through a Midtown apartment building. That fire broke out this afternoon at the Vernon Murphy Apartments, which is right behind the Masonic Temple on Charlotte Street. The department tells us of the 16 tenants impacted, 9 of them are children. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. The Red Cross is now on scene helping those families affected. The cause of the fire remains under investigation.